Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. I'm Sam Madavi, coming to you this week from the Driving Club at Road Atlanta, presented by NH Oil Undercoating. Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. This is gonna be one awesome car.
And I said, it doesn't even run yet. And look at it now, it's amazing.
The Driving Club at Road Atlanta is a place where sports car enthusiasts enjoy their passions for driving together with friends at one of the most iconic professional racetracks in the world, Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta. From the first-timers to experienced drivers, everyone is welcome to get away and drive together in a safe environment. Excursions to other tracks and several social events makes this the area's best-kept secret for the motorsports enthusiasts. I'm here with Davey, and he's got a 1961 Porsche that him and his boss have restored at Graham Everett Motorsports. Tell me about your 61.
So this car basically came to us from another shop. When we got it, we had seen it was a cream color and there were bubbles all under the paint along the windshield, which is never a good sign. So basically the owner wanted a color change anyways. We painted it this Oradium green. It's a 1957-58 color from Porsche. This entire section of the door had a bit of metal that they welded over rust.
Oh, wow.
The whole door was completely rusted. So the bottom half of this door has been completely replaced. It's all professionally done. Lots of other little spots, you know, there were just poor repairs made.
And tell me about the notchback. What makes it a notchback?
So the notchback basically is this roof line here. The difference is, instead of coming up in a big hump like the regular cars do, it was one smooth curved line. These have a V-shaped notch right in the back. You can see it when you look here.
Yeah. Well, this thing is beautiful. Did you keep the powertrain original?
The powertrain is basically all original. The engine has, had a few modifications. The wheels, these aren't the original wheels, but they're called knockoffs.
Well, they look really good on it. I know the knockoff because of the center knockoff.
Yep.
Andy, I know you did the mechanicals on this Porsche. This thing is awesome, old IROC tribute car. But what you did to this BMW has really caught my eye.
Thanks,
Tell me about the car.
it. So the car is a 1974 BMW. The customer wanted to do a CSL tribute. Came to me, the car was just a rolling chassis at the time. So we took the wide body kit, molded it all in, fitted it. The car is equipped with an S54 out of
E46
M3. Aluminum front suspension, custom shock towers in the back.
The BBS wheels really puts this car period correct. You know what I mean?
So exactly. So these are period correct magnesium BBS wheels. Since we're located next to BBS.
I know, it's a very nice deal right there.
BBS came over and actually fitted the wheels to the wide body so we could get the right depth.
So besides the seats on the inside, the front seats, the rest of the interior is pretty much what you would see from the factory?
It is. This is a CSL inspired interior. A little Restomod. This car is complete with a motorsports wiring harness.
Now, the seats remind me of the 850 back in the day because I had a 91 and it had the same style seats with the two individual buckets and the center console down the middle. Very iconic of BMW back in the day.
They are.
That is so cool. I love the front end, the wheels, and the wide body. Really put you right back into the 80s. I'm here with Gabriel. When he pulled in, I noticed a third seat in his car and I just had to stop and talk to him about it. This is awesome. Tell me about the car.
Yeah, so this is a 79 Matra Simca Bagheera.
Matra.
Can you say that?
No,
Matra
I cannot.
Simca
I couldn't even
Bagheera.
try to say that.
Okay, that's easy.
But I noticed the third seat.
Yeah, so Matra used to be a Formula One car maker, and they won Le Mans in the early 70s. Then they went with Simca, which is an engine maker, and they made this car together. Early 70s, you had the petroleum crisis.
Yep.
You need a nice car, but they couldn't do big V8, big stuff, so they saved a ton of money by doing a fiberglass on this car. So they kind of widened the car a little bit, and it's actually extremely comfortable.
Now, what kind of a restoration did you do to this?
This car actually was owned by a gentleman for 30 years in the south of France.
Right.
And he pretty much took care of the car. And when I got it, the only thing we did is rust repair. Then you've got a little Citroën design steering wheel, which is awesome.
Yeah.
When you're like in the street of Paris and zipping around, you can grab it at the bottom. And so this car is a lot of fun to drive. You know, I get a lot of people like, what is this?
But it looks like you really did a good job on this thing, and the fact that it's mostly original is very cool.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Absolutely.
You know, it's really neat.
Keep an eye out for this car, number 31, at Pike Peaks soon. We'll be right back. It's time for the Lokar Lowdown with Jeffrey Walls.
For you LS guys looking to dress up your hot rod, dress up that LS engine that you just stuck in there, check out some of our accessories at lokar.com. We've got valve covers, billet machined here in the United States with a nice insert. We also have your coil covers. You got your black powder coat, remachined on the outside, brushed look. We even have polished as well, with and without the oil fill cutout, depending on which model you have. All comes with the hardware that you need to mount it. In addition to that, pick out the oil cap cover you'd like, whether it's grooved, modern design, or a nice dish design like you see here, all available in a brushed, black anodized, or even a polished look. And just to top it off, to make sure you can use some of these accessories, we do have our coil relocation kits. You can get those, mount those coils wherever you'd like on your car. A lot better to work with that way. And we've also offering a set of vintage plug wires that fit that LS as well. Check that out and more at lokar.com.
I could look at these cars all day. Welcome back to the Lokar Car Show, coming to you this week from the Driving Club at Road Atlanta, presented by NH Oil Undercoating. I'm here with Tony and his 56 Nomad. This thing is awesome. It's the wife's car. Now, I just went to Marion, Virginia, and Rusty from Nomad R Us schooled me a bunch.
This car came out of California in 1997. There was a doctor in downtown Atlanta that was born in 56, and his parents had a 56 Nomad, and he looked all over the country for a nice car, brought it back to Atlanta, and had a guy over in Decatur do a frame off on it, and they found a Corvette that had 9,000 miles on it.
I see that you have the aftermarket digital dash in there as well.
I do. I put that in. I redid the car in 2007.
Yeah.
It was in nice shape, but I repainted it, and the interior was a little dated in it, so redid it and redid some different things on it.
Now, most people don't know what that is on the dash.
That is a traffic light viewer.
Yep.
You pull up the traffic light, you can see it, and it alerts you when to go.
That is so cool. It wasn't only a couple years ago that I found out what that was by seeing it on a car.
Also, I like the tail light on the 56. You open the tail light and let it down to put the gas in.
I love the license plate. That tells exactly who owns the car, right?
My wife owns it.
There you
the
go.
license plate said she's mad, and sometimes we kind of figure out what that means. But
And why she's mad.
yeah, and why she's mad.
I got Ray and his all-original, been restored, but all-original Bel Air. This thing's absolutely beautiful, and it's a stick shift. Tell us about your car.
I just redid all 4 brakes, replaced everything.
Really?
Everything.
And you did it all yourself?
Everything I do myself, unless I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
If I don't know what I'm doing, I don't do it.
I'm glad that you kept it original on the chassis as well, as far as the brakes go, because there are so many copies that you can see that stuff on. But when you have an all-original, keep it all original.
The only thing that's not original is the battery, and we know they don't last 60 years.
Not bad at all. And the interior, that is the original fabric and design in the interior?
Exactly.
Wow. So where did you pick the car up from?
Hendrick Chevrolet.
Really? When was this?
I'm the second owner. I've had it now about 3.5 years.
Wow. So this is the color combination that you would see when it was all original?
Yes.
Interior, exterior, everything.
There's several different names, but it's turquoise and white.
And how long has it been restored for?
About 8 years now.
And you drive it to all the shows, unless it's raining?
And not all the shows. I try to do at least 2 a month. Plus, I belong to the American Street Riders, and we do our cruise-ins the 3rd Saturday of every month over here in Houston. So it keeps you busy.
I'm gonna come to one of those and check you guys out for sure. Thank you so much for letting us check out your car.
My
This
pleasure.
is awesome. Well, buddy, we've done a lot of upgrades on this vehicle over the last 2 seasons on Sam's Garage. What do you think about the latest upgrades?
Well, I've got to say the transmission upgrade was the biggest upgrade beyond my wildest dreams as to how much different a modern gearbox made this car drive.
And you know, we've got that power back because we're able to keep it in gear, we're able to use the gears, put a new distributor on it. That took care of all the drivability issues.
That's right. Yeah, there's no hesitation, there's no skipping at all, right through all the gears. It's as smooth as silk now, so it's great.
I remember seeing this 20 years ago at the body shop, State Collision, in the corner, and you said, Sam, one day I'm gonna restore this car.
Well, I made the mistake of painting it black originally. It was originally a white car, and nothing's really original on this car anyway. But putting it back to, you know, original white, it just, you know,
it really
I felt like it was
out.
the right thing to do.
It really is. The stripes look good, the interior. That's the original interior you just redid?
We did, yes. It was the original interior that we just had that redone a few years ago, so.
Well, what year? I remember you actually got it done roughly, what, 8 years ago? You took it from the corner and you
7 or 8, but if you're thinking 8 years, probably closer to 12 years since we did that. So it's been a long time in the making. It's awesome.
It really is. It looks good. Everything worked out really well on this. All we have to do is tackle one more thing, and that's the suspension. Then it's a complete car.
There you go. So I'm looking forward to it.
We have to go to a quick break. We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show. Lokar Car Show, presented by Appalachian Backroads. Coming to you this week from the Driving Club at Road Atlanta, presented by NH Oil Undercoating. I'm here with Trip Campbell, and he's not only the owner-operator of the Driving Club, but he's also our show promoter. Now, explain to everybody what the Driving Club's all about.
We're a motorsports country club based at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta.
One of the most iconic tracks in the country.
If not the world. People come here from around the world to get to drive this, and we sit on property in our private clubhouse and get to drive it alone.
That's incredible. Now, let's say I'm a novice or a beginner and I get into your club. Do you have instructors for me to be able to learn off of?
There are pro coaches here every single member day. We've taken a lot of first-time drivers who have never driven a racetrack, let alone maybe not own a sports car, and we'll take them through their first steps, their first laps in a safe way. Before a few weeks are gone, they feel safer out here than they do the streets of Atlanta.
You can have an individual membership or you can have a family membership and be a part of that, right?
That's right. All the memberships are family memberships.
There you
include
go.
the parents and the kids 16 to 25 years old. So we keep the family unit together and they enjoy really at no extra cost. We actually get our speed out of our system, those of us who like to go fast. We get on the regular roads, we keep it within the limits, get our speed out here. So we're safer drivers when we're going for mountain runs.
And they're able to park their car in a controlled environment right here, safe and sound, under your supervision.
That's right, 24/7 access.
All right, Big Jim, tell me about these two hot rods. What year are they?
They're replica 1923 Ford T-buckets, but they're different because they have a longer cowl on them than a standard T-bucket. And I built this one first. This is my wife's car. I built it for her first. And then I ordered this body off of Bobby Roberts out of Showtime Rod and Customs in Walling, Tennessee, and he built it for me because it's 8 inches longer and wider for my big booty to sit in. The first drove it, the shifter was about this tall, and I had to set like this to drive it. So it's a lot of fun. I love them.
So did you build these yourselves?
Yes, sir. I built both of them in my garage at home.
Tell me about the skulls. What's going on with the skulls?
She's the skull. She wanted skulls. That's her thing. There's like 130 on this car, so I put dice on my car. So
now you say you have a shop. You've been doing this for a long time.
I've been doing it since I was 15 years old.
Really?
But cars, trucks, and then I retired when I was 62. I retired. Now I do this full time.
Really?
I have my own shop. But that's all,
is fun.
I work on everything BC.
Before computers.
Yeah, BC.
That is awesome.
That's what I do every day, and I enjoy it. I love it.
Jason has brought us a 1987 Buick Grand National in perfect stock form with only 17,000 miles. Where'd you find this thing?
Found it in North Carolina after looking for about 3 years. This is the one I wanted in high school. Got the Monte Carlo SS, but always wanted the Grand National.
Now, why couldn't you have a Grand National in high school?
Too much power, Dad said.
Yeah, he's a smart man.
That's right.
Absolutely. You know, it's so cool for you to bring this out because this is almost a unicorn. You don't see very many Grand Nationals, like the Cyclone and the Typhoon, who had the same power plant.
Right.
A lot of people took those cars and modified them heavily.
Right.
But here you are. This thing is in perfect form, down to the wheels with no curb rash and all the chrome. What have you made it to make it look so good?
It's all original paint. Recently, believe it or not, NHOU ceramic coating.
Really?
Which is the only one I found that worked on the single stage. We tried some others, didn't work too well.
This works great on single stage, and now I don't have to worry about the paint coming off when I'm waxing this thing, as so many people do. They keep rubbing on them and the paint's gone.
Eventually the clear coat down to the paint, you're done. 33 years, and it is the original paint. That is so impressive. It must have been really garage kept from the person you picked it up from.
Oh, it had been very well taken care of since day one, for sure.
That's so cool. We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show from the Driving Club at Road Atlanta, presented by NH Oil Undercoating. Coming to you this week from the Driving Club at Road Atlanta, presented by NH Oil Undercoating. I got Mark and Maria here from Chin Track Days, husband and wife team that allows us to go and rent days and hang out at the track and have the most fun we've had driving our cars on lots of tracks around the country.
Bought an NSX, we're talking about 2000 now, go back 21 years, met some other NSX owners. We did a private informal track event, began to develop a coherent plan. Then our events became consistent. Today, Chin Track Days visits 15 of America's great road courses, 60 calendar events annually. We actually started at Sebring, the very first Chin Track Days event we did in 1999, and it was at Sebring. And then also Road Atlanta. So we got started at Sebring and expanded there, but Maria and I have a home in North Georgia, very close to Road Atlanta, and that has allowed us to really build up momentum at Road Atlanta as well. Numerous calendar dates. There is a live Chin Track Days event making hot laps at Road Atlanta right now.
Now I've heard that Marie is actually set to be a better driver than you. Is that true?
Did you read that on the internet?
I don't know where I said it. I can't tell you.
I've been told that in person and I've seen it on the internet. But the data doesn't lie.
Trey, very nice car. Was this always a turbo Supra?
No, it was an original N8 5-speed.
N8 5-speed.
It's been turbo since I've had it.
There you go.
So,
how much horsepower are you putting down?
Right now, a little over 1,200 on 42 pounds.
Yep. I love this. You know, we built a lot of Supras back in the day, so it's always cool to see one here today showing off what it's capable of.
It's a fully built long block, billet mains, turbo tough rods, full Ferrera valve train with GSC S2 cams, has a Precision 76, 75 dual ball bearing turbo. I've taken it to the track maybe 3 times now. I've gotten 1 clean pass out of the 3 times, but yeah.
That's cool. Now what about the rear end? You were telling me something about an 8.8 rear end?
Yeah, it's the 8.8 rear end, Granis Racing full setup with his Ultimate IRS. And
really?
Yeah,
nice.
it's sweet.
I like how you kept the inside pretty much factory fresh. That's where you live. You don't have to roll cage. You got 1,200 horsepower. You could go crazy on the inside, but you didn't.
Yeah, I like the stock look, yeah.
I totally agree. You know, everything's there. Does the AC work? Do you still have AC in it?
Funny story. It's being put on this week.
Got a little too hot for you.
I took it off and I was like, it's a little too hot for that.
Yeah.
We want to welcome everyone to the Driving Club. Thank you guys for coming out for the show this morning. My name's Tripp, if I haven't had a chance to meet you yet. We started this country club for motorsports enthusiasts 3 years ago. We're going to celebrate our 3-year anniversary July 1st. We have 175 members. It's been going phenomenal. We take a lot of first-time drivers, give them a chance to drive Road Atlanta. What a thrill. They've been in business 50 years, this track, this internationally known racetrack. Glad you're here, brought your cars out. We're going to fill up with 250 members, so if any of you have ever thought about doing this as a hobby, we can take you around your first laps on the track and teach you the right way to do it. It's a great place to hang out. We've been here, like I said, for 3 years. We renovated this building, and now our next step is P1 Motor Block. We just announced just a couple of weeks ago, pretty quietly, but we are developing 137 acres across the street, including Lanier Raceplex and all of the road frontage you see from here all the way down to the next street. And we're going to build Atlanta's new car enthusiast community, private garage condos, motorsports themed retail village, performance shops, and go-karting and car experiences, etc. So watch for that. P1 Motor Block, it's going to be an extension of the club in a way, work in concert with Road Atlanta and the Driving Club. Make yourself comfortable anywhere you want to in the club. Thanks for coming again. Appreciate you being here. Thank you.
I'm sitting here enjoying some racing with my daughter and some of the members of the driving club here at Road Atlanta. Join us next week for more of the Lokar Car Show. Join us next week for more from the driving club at Road Atlanta, presented by Car Capsule.